Okay, if you got it, great job, and if you didn't, good try, and keep watching for the answer. Alright, so here I am in Android Studio, and I'm looking at the text views right now, but I'm going to scroll up to look at the image view. Okay, so a little bit about what I was talking about before. If I put my cursor somewhere in this image view, it's going to give me a blue box that shows me how big the image view is. And it's pretty much the entire size of this phone screen. Now I'm going to go ahead and add scale type, and the two options that I'm looking at are center or center crop. Now center doesn't actually scale the image, it doesn't change the size of the image, so it makes it pretty straightforward that I need to use center crop. Okay, and you should see that the image now expands to fill the entire image view space. You might notice here that at the bottom there's a little white strip where the image doesn't expand to. If I go up here, which lets me choose between different devices, and I choose, say, a tablet like a Nexus 10, we can see that this image is not filling the entire space. Now this is bad because it means if you're viewing this on a tablet, you're going to get this weird boxy image with this white space around it, although it might look fine on a phone. The reasoning for this is because I've put wrap content instead of match parent. Let me change these to match parent. Now when I change these to match parent, the image expands to fill the entire view. So the point that I'm trying to make is that layout width, layout height, and scale type all work together. Let me draw you a picture to show you a little bit more detail about what I mean. Okay, so let's say you're a bit curious about what's actually happening when we use center crop. If you go to the Android developer's website, you'll see that the documentation says the following. Center crop scales the image uniformly, meaning that it maintains the image's aspect ratio. And what this means is that it does this so that both dimensions, the width and the height of the image, will be equal to or larger than the corresponding dimension of the image view, minus padding. Okay, so one thing that I can say about scaling uniformly, if you've ever tried to scale an image, scaling uniformly means that it keeps the image from getting stretched out either horizontally or vertically. So it does that scale, and then it makes the image large enough so that both the width and height are going to be equal to or larger than the corresponding dimensions of the image view itself. Let's look at a picture. Okay, so here's our phone. And on our phone, we have an image view. Here's the picture for the image view. And here's the green box representing the actual size of the image view. What center crop will do will scale this image up so that without warping it, it fits in the box. Okay, so without changing the dimensions, I've scaled this image up to make it fit in this green box here. Now because the image is this long rectangle, it actually expands over the edge of the phone. Center crop will center this image in the view, and then as the name implies, it'll crop off the excess parts of the image. Okay, so I want to talk about one more problem that you might have run into. Views can overlap each other, much like playing cards can overlap each other. And the order of these view tags here determines the order that the views get placed on the screen. So since view A is first, it would get placed on the screen first, followed by view B, and then view C. Now because of the ordering that I put in this XML, I can't really see my text very well in text view A. Let's try changing the XML and see how it rearranges my screen. Okay, so I've switched things around, so now I have view B, A, C. This will then draw view B first, then it will draw view A, and finally it'll place view C. Now I've just reordered the views. Everything is placed in the same position, but the ordering of how the views stack on top of each other has changed. And because of that, now I can see my text. So you might have run into a similar problem with your card if you put your two text views here and then you drew your image view, because it would draw your first text view, then your second text view, and then the image, which takes up the whole screen, would have covered both of them. So just make sure that you got the ordering correct. Let's take a look at what that looks like in code. Okay, so here's my working code, but I'm going to just show you what I mean by the ordering of views. Right now, my image view is placed first, then my two text views, and we can see the text easily on the screen. Now if I instead cut this image view, I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to paste it right here. Alright, and now I have text view, image view. Well, it draws the Happy Birthday Ben text view, and then it draws the From Lila text view, and then it draws this Android Party image over the other two text views. If I select the text views, I can see that they're still there, they're just being covered up by the image view. Alright, I'm going to switch it back. That's much better, my text views are on top now. Okay, and as we always do, let's go ahead and run this on our phone just to make sure that everything is working with the match parents and the center crop. Okay, awesome. This is looking pretty great. We have our image expanded to fill the entire view. We can see our text views. There's one tiny little problem that we still need to fix, but great job so far. Alright, you're doing a great job. Only one more attribute to change, and then we're going to have our final birthday card.